I'm sure by now you've heard about how crazy the real estate market is right now, and so we wanted to provide you with a current market update. I'm Andrea, this is Raul, and we're with the Schrader Group. So what is the current real estate market doing right now?
So obviously we've seen interest rates rise a little bit. Inflation's kind of gone up a little bit. So houses are typically staying on the market a little longer. There's actively 5,300 homes on the market that we could write a contract for right now, whether it's new or pre-existing. Out of that 5,300 homes that are active right now, about 1,700 are new construction, which is about a third, 33%. So what we're seeing is the houses are staying on the market a little bit longer, but at the same token, it's giving that buyer that little bit of a chance to see what's going on. So now we're not seeing a whole bunch of over asking price. We're seeing a little bit more of a competitive market, especially on the builder world. So we're seeing that the opportunities are coming back for buyers.
So on that note, what is the average price and how many days on market are the houses right now?
Yeah, so that's a loaded question. So if we go back exactly a year ago, the average price for a home was about $340,000. Today it's about $393,000. So it's gone up about 60 grand. Days on market for our listing today is about 27 days. And we're probably seeing about, it depends on the market and how we look at it, but about 45 to 48 days of supply in the overall market, including new homes and pre-existing construction.
You said we're not seeing a lot of multiple offers. Are you seeing any competitive offers or any over asking, or is that just completely gone?
No, I mean, it depends on the house, right? So if we have a house that has a pool or some added value, we're going to see people that, say, hey, I really want this. I don't want to wait a year for a pool or pay $100,000 for a pool. So there's an added value to buy with a little bit of a premium. But what I think we're seeing right now, which is really good for the buyers, is if it's listed at 300, it's not going any higher than 305 or 304. So there's more of that competitiveness for the buyer because the inflation part of the house is getting a little bit more expensive. It's starting to slow down a little bit, which is allowing for more lucrative thinking and more, negotiation tactics.
So what trends do you think will completely end in 2022 and which ones will we keep seeing?
So, and in 22, I think we're going to see a lot of competitive marketing. I think the builders are going to come out strong. The forecast had us for 24,000 new home builds here in San Antonio and surrounding areas. We are leading the first quarter in the nation in new home starts, which is going to be pretty good for us going into the third and fourth quarter. But you're also seeing pre-existing hit the market at the same time. So now you're getting a lot of competition from everybody else. We're really going to see a lot of creative financing with the lender side, 2-1 buy downs. We're going to see a lot of, ARMs come back to the market, but we're going to see a lot of lenders throwing money on the table to try to get you back into the 4s interest rates and just try to be competitive. As far as going into 23, I think that everything's going to kind of table out. We got an election coming up. And I think that, we're going to find a way to put like a stop hold on things, get things more in the nature of, okay, let's get back to the consistency side of what's in the market. But it's going to be dicey for a little bit, but the buyers are getting that upper hand now. It used to be seller, seller. Now it's more buyer side. So that's good to see a little bit of a break for them.
Do you think home appreciation will stabilize in 2022?
So typically we have a roll value year over year about 6%. So we saw 24% in some of the market in 2021 going into 22. So I think that's going to pause a little bit. Also, we're seeing lumber prices drop and a lot of material starts to kind of get more under control. So I think we're going to start to see a little bit more of a pause to where it's still going to appreciate because we're in a really hot market, but it's not going to appreciate 10, 15, 20%. I think we're just going to get back to the norm, which will allow us to kind of get more comfortability in the market. Right now we have between 250 to 400, we have about 40% of the market right there. And so that's kind of like our meat and potatoes. Under 400K is about 55%. So if you look at it, that's kind of where our bread and butter is and where we want to stay for San Antonio. But we're still, we're the epic center of the nation right now. Everyone wants to come to San Antonio. So it's going to be exciting.
So big question, how have interest rates affected the market and how will they keep affecting the market?
Well, we talked about inflation earlier. I think that the Fed and the T-bonds are going to do their thing. They're slowing things down, but it's just coming to the point where we're going to have to get creative. Negotiation skills are going to have to come in. It's going to be a pause, but it's a good pause because it's going to allow things to kind of adjust. I think that the market's going to eventually come back down to where the interest rates become more affordable, which allow buyers to get in. But like I said, it's still cheaper to get in now and then refinance a year from now or 2 years from now, because you're not going to have that increased price on, materials or whatever it is. So if a house is worth $300,000 today and we're scared to buy it at 6%, which is still historically low in our market, but if it goes up to 350 at a 3.5 or a 4, you're still gonna be paying more monthly on the 350 than you would at a $300,000 today. So it's just a way of looking at it and trying to figure out what the best examples are. And that's kind of what we do with the team, is kind of put scenarios on the board to see what makes more sense, opportunity costs, and all the things that go along with it.